Yeah, you know, I don't think anything causes more misery than when reality does not match your expectations, how you think it is, and then live something completely different that's completely like doesn't align with your concept of how you think it is. And this causes much frustration. And then when you cling to these beliefs and these ideas of how you think it is, and it continuously doesn't match this concept, sure you're going to be fucking miserable all the time, are you not? I mean, someone said to me yesterday, God loves me unconditionally. At least God loves me unconditionally. What the fuck does this even mean? God loves me unconditionally. What exactly? Like, there's a few things we'd have to define here. What is love? What is your concept of love? What is your concept of unconditional love? What is your concept of God? But this idea of God loves me, at least God loves me, at least God loves me, this is the greatest load of bullshit I've ever heard my whole life. And these are the sort of illusions that really fucking, like I see Dr. Suguru on this morning, one of his shorts, saying that the good man has no enemies and all this, and there's this love everybody, love everybody. Let me tell you, like if you understand dialectics and binary opposites, love and war, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, love or war, and the truth is both. But this delusion that love everybody and everything without the paradox of war of all against all is going to cause you a lot of fucking misery and a misconception of life that is going to cause you much frustration. I mean, like, if you take the Tibetan Buddhists that were sitting in their temples there at the top of a hierarchical system, and then Mao came knocking, you're in the middle of my trade route, and he more or less, well, we all know why he did. He incarcerated them and tortured them and everything else. To bring them into alignment with his way of thinking. But where was the unconditional love? Was that love? When Mao came knocking and incarcerated him and gave him a few shots of cattle prods and read to them from his little red book every week, was that love? Because I don't know. Love is an abstract concept, but that's a strange concept. And if it's unconditional love, that's a strange concept of love. I kill insects with impunity. I kill some insects with impunity. Is that love? This is this is a misconception of nature, a misunderstanding of nature. This whole bullshit bollocksology idea of unconditional love. You don't understand dialectics, and as Plato said, when you understand dialectics, you have nothing more to learn. Thesis, antithesis, and synthesis, and this is why when people come into your life, some of them you find like are like, for example, like I expressed the desire. I said I want to go to the casino in Monte Carlo, but I want to go in a jogging pants. Now I said I was laughing at this idea, and I said this is anarchy. This is anarchy. Now it's the same as Trini B arriving into the hostel wearing a sheet. This is the same thing. This is anarchy. But I said to myself, how can I use this to my advantage? How can I use this to my advantage? And I have to ask myself, what is my agenda? Is this conducive to my goal? And then I said to myself, well, my agenda is an inversion of the hierarchies, and these are the ethnic minorities. These are the ethnic minorities that are conducive to the goal. It's about empowering these people. Yeah, so you have to sit, you have to seek to understand, and you have to observe them. You can't just make a judgment. Well, you can, but that's not really conducive to the goal. So you have to sit and you have to like suspend judgment. I forget the word, epoche, but anyway. But you have to, I suspend judgment until such time as what the fuck am I dealing with exactly here, or how can I best use this? How does this person pertain to my role? I mean, what is my best response? What is my best response? But if you just act on your feelings or your prejudices or something like this, that's not going to be the best response. That's just not going to be the best response. You haven't even thought about it. You know what I mean? But then it's a constant. It's a constant. Like this is. chess constantly, and not only him, but with everybody, because this is chess. Like, you know, like, did Marcus Aurelius throw up his hands and say, "Oh, the Germanic tribes are invading, but that's okay, but that's okay. The universe sent them. Let them in, let them in. They can take over everything. They can have Rome. They can have Rome." No, did he fuck? He said, "No, it's time to go to war. It's time to go to war. We have to repel this. We have to push these back. We have to push these back from our borders. This is dialectics. We have to push these back. I'm fucked if they're coming in. Basically, I'm not letting the Germanic tribes have Rome. I don't care if nature sent them." I didn't just say, "Oh no, they're messengers from God. They're messengers from God. Bring them in. We love them. We love them. Bring them in. Bring them in." No, no. And if you think that should have been his best response, then you're not short of a fucking idiot. Now, what did he do with the uprising in Egypt? He crushed it. He didn't crush it. He didn't say, "Oh, that's lovely, lads. That's lovely. Yes, yes, I agree. It's about time you were free. This is a sign from God. This is a sign from God. It's time you're free. You're right to uprise. You're right." No, he fucking crushed it. He crushed it. He burned their villages, and even though I said that to Donald Robertson before, he crushed that rebellion. He burned their houses, burned their villages. He absolutely crushed it in a way that they wouldn't even think about uprising again. Of course, Donald said, "No, he didn't do that. He did do that. He sent his most vicious general, his right-hand man, because when you, as I say, if you're not evil enough yourself, you need somebody who is evil enough to do the dirty deeds. You know what I mean? So he sent his most vicious general to fucking crush that. And then his own general, the same general, rose up against him and tried to usurp him. He didn't say, "Oh, that's okay, that's okay. Take it. Yes, 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 yes. Of course you can be the emperor." No, he fucking didn't. He said, "Well, fuck you," but he actually didn't want him killed, but he was served his head on a plate, but he didn't even want to look at his head. But there's a reason for this. But do you understand what I'm saying? This is dialectics. You don't roll over and say, "Oh yeah, that's okay. This is God's will. You have fucking moral choices to make. You have to determine the nature of change. You have choices to make, but you have to say to yourself, what is my goal? What is conducive to the goal? How can I determine the nature of change, but what is my goal?" And then, like Nietzsche said, the most powerful man is the ascetic man. No, the most powerful man is not he who suppresses every impulse, every emotion. No, it's how you use it. Everything is how you use it. He that you can use it in the most intelligent and to his advantage. Use everything to his advantage. And then be able to make a distinction. It's, as Cicero said, who is and who is not of use to me. Place your friends in order of use for them. And so, as I said about Trenier, I was just walking the shop this morning and say, well, Trenier replied, but he didn't show any interest to come to the gym. So he's going to get a sharp knock when he comes to my place again. He's going to get the fucking out the fuck. What use is he to me? He's of no use to me. He's only used to his own agenda, which is not conducive to my goals, so he's going to get the big fuck off. And this is just how it has to be. You have to make moral choices and determine the nature of change. But what change do you want to bring about? But this delusional bullshit, of unconditional love and everything else, you are going to get kicked repeatedly in the bollocks. And this is going to do nothing only create more customers for the psychology, for the psychiatry, for the Christianity, for all these religions, these fucking free hugs brigades. But all you do is create more customers. Oh yeah, lovely idea. Lovely fucking idea. Let's love everybody and everything. Let's love. No, love and war. This is nature. Love and war. Anything else is going to cause you a psychological problem. Good morning.